allocating service department cost to the production department. All right, so we already finished direct distribution method. So let's start with the step down method. So number 2, which is step down method. Now, what is step down method? But before we start step down method, so I repeat again, direct distribution method. What exactly happened in direct distribution method? So we know that we have two kinds of department. One is a service department, right? So we have a service department and we have a production department. Right. Service department, we have two types of department, which is S1 and S2. Production department, P1 and P2. All right. So what exactly happened in the direct distribution method? So I repeat, direct distribution method again. So we have service department to production department, this service to production, right? This service to production and this service to production, right? So service department to production department. And what exactly happened in direct distribution method? In direct distribution method, service department, this service department do not provide service to another service department, and this department do not take any service from the service department. All right. So, but under step down method, this service department S1 provides service to S2, but service department 1 do not take any service back from service department 2. So which means service department 1 only give, do not take. That's the conditions to apply step down method. So I repeat, the minimum conditions to apply step down method is, of course, service department to production department. But when service department 1 to service department 2, service department 1 only gives service. So you can see, only give service, don't take that service back. All right, so only giving service. If this is the situation, then we apply step down method, right? Everybody understand the conditions to apply step down method?
Yeah.
Everybody understand conditions to apply step down method? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So now let's move on to the calculations to get the ideas how we're going to allocate service department cost to the production department under step down method, right? So I'm going to take the same example, but I don't remember what number we used it in the last lecture. So I'm going to write some other number. So for example, there is one guy who worked for service department 1, And let's say this person earn $1,000. So this person work around 100 hours, right? So in this 100 hours, so let's say 50 hours here, 40 hours here, and 10 hours here. So in this 100 hours, this person who is working in a S1 department work 50 hours in P1, 40 hours in P2, and 10 hours in S2. And there is another guy who worked for service department 2. So this person's salary, for example, $500, right? And this person work nearly 50 hours, for example, right? So in this 50 hours, so let's say 10 hours work here, right? Maybe 10 hours work here, right? And 30 hours work here, right? So this is the minimum informations to apply step down method. Right? So let's allocate a service department cost using this method. So I'm gonna write here, we have S1, service department 1, service department 2, production department 1, and production department 2. And here gonna have a total number. All right. So service department 1 total cost is $1,000, and service department 2 cost is $500. So how are we gonna allocate service department 1, right? So service department 1, so you can see that service department 1 providing service 50 hours, 40 hours, and 10 hours. So total 100 hours. Total 100 hours. Right? So 100 hours here, 100. In this 100, 10 hours for S2 and 50 hours for P1 and 40 hours for P2. And the value is $1,000. Right. Multiply by $1,000. Right. Multiply by $1,000. So this is the way to allocate your service department cost, because S1 providing service to P1, right? S1 providing service to P1, S1 providing service to P2, all right? P2, and S1 providing service to S2. So we're gonna allocate in the 3 different departments. This is the allocation of cost associated with the service department 1, all right? Now, remember, service department 2, $500, they have $500. Plus $100 come from here. If you solve it, if you calculate $1,000 multiply by 10 divided by 100, it's gonna be $100, all right? So I'm writing here $100, all right? So now total allocation for S2 will be $600, right? Not just $500. It will be $600 because 500 belongs to its own and 100 come from here. $100 come from here, allocation, which we allocated here. All right, so total is 600. So we're gonna allocate $600, all right? $600 using these 3 allocation. But obviously, S2 will not be allocated to S1 under step down method, All right, so that's why this 600 will be allocated in P1 and P2 only, not S1. So the allocation for service department to the production department is a 10 plus 10 is a 20. So total 20 hours to the production department. So 10 divided by 20, 10 divided by 20, right? 10 divided by 20 for P1 and 10 divided by 20 for P2. And amount is $600, all right? And the amount is $600. This is the way to allocate cost under step down method. All right, so this is important. This is important point, that we have to allocate total 600, not just 500. 500 comes from its own and 100 coming from S1. As you can see, 100 coming from S1, right? So did you understand step down method?
Oh, yes.
So let's move on to the calculation part, which is your lecture slide. So I'm going to show you the lecture slide. So here is your question for step down method. We're going to apply the same method. So I repeat, under step down method, we only S1. So let's say this is S1, all right? And this is S2. So you can see that only give, but don't take service back. So that's your step down method, all right? Only give, but don't take any service back. From service to service. Now here is the same question. So I want you to have a look this question again and allocate all these kinds of cost. All right, so please do it now. So you have to allocate the same question that we use for direct distribution method. So you have plant maintenance. This is your service department 1, and this is your service department 2. This is your service department. This is your production department. 2 service department, plant maintenance information system, and 2 production department. 2 production department. So please allocate this one. Everybody finished?
Yes.
Yes.
Can we move on to the next question? Okay, so let's practice this question. All right, same questions that we tried for direct distribution method. So now you have to apply step down method for these questions to allocate your service department cost, which is building maintenance and storeroom, to the production department, which is machining, assembly, and finishing. All right, do this question. So we have building maintenance, we have storeroom, we have machining, assembly, and finishing. Building maintenance, we have 60,000. For storeroom, we have 45,000. Machining, 125,000. Assembly, 155,000. And finishing, 85,000, I guess. Yes, 85. So your allocation gonna be based upon these. So we're going to allocate this building maintenance is storeroom, machining, assembly, and finally finishing, right? So we're going to allocate this cost here, 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 and here by following these base. So 5,000 plus 10 is a 15, plus 3, 18, plus 2, 21, right? So 21. So we're gonna use 21,000. And for storeroom, we have 2,000, right? So 2 divided by, oh, sorry, not 2. Machining, we have a 5,000. 5 divided by 21. Assembly, 10 divided by 21. And finishing, 3 divided by 21. And the amount is 60,000. We're gonna allocate this 60,000 here, 60,000 here, 60,000 here, and 60,000 here. All right. So how much for storeroom? How much here? Tell me for storeroom, how much did you allocate for storeroom?
Teacher,
Yes?
the pay is 20,000, not 21.
20,000.
Let me check again. 5 plus 10, 15, 18. Yeah, sorry, it's 20,000. Yes, sorry, thank you. It's 20,000. It's 20,000. Right. So how much for storeroom? It's a how many?
6,000.
6,000. Storeroom 6,000. For machining, how much?
15,000.
15,000. For assembly,
30,000.
how much?
30,000.
30,000. Okay. And for finishing,
9,000. 9,000.
9,000. So this is the allocation of uh, building maintenance. Now allocate storeroom. So we have 45,000 to allocate it. And the allocation will be based upon 400, 250, and 100. And of course, we will not allocate anything to the building maintenance. So this number we allocate here, here, and here. We will not allocate this to this because under step down method, one service department only gives service, do not take any service in return. So 45,000. No, not 45,000, sorry, 45,000 plus 6,000. So total become 51,000. It's become 51,000. So we gonna allocate this 51,000 here, here, and here. So the base is 400 plus 250 is 650 plus 100 total is 750. All right. So 4 divided by 750 or 7.5, 2.5, 7.5, and 1, 7.5. So this is the allocation. Multiply by 51,000. Right. So how much will be allocation? For machining, how much?
It's 20,200.
20,000.
27,200. 200.
200. Okay. And for assembly, for assembly,
17,000.
17,000. And for finishing,
6,800.
6,000.
800.
So now you have to add them all. Obviously, here will be 0 and here will be 0. All right. And for machining, you have to calculate total, assembly total, and finishing total. And tell me how much. How much for machining? How much for machining? Tell me. Did you finish? It's 167,200 for assembly. $202,000, and for finishing, $100,800. So make sure this should be equals to this number, all right? To this number. The total of this number must be equals to the total of this number, all right? It should be equal to these two numbers. Right? So can you check whether is it equal or not? So if it's equal, then your balance, the equal is, your allocation is correct. You're not making any mistakes. Right? So that's all about your direct distribution method. So anybody has any question regarding direct distribution method, or we move on? Any question, or we move on to the third method, which is algebraic method? Any question, or we move on?
No. No, move on.
So let's move on to the next. So next is a algebraic method. So now I need to show you how algebraic method looks alike. how we gonna make allocation under algebraic method. So for example, I'm writing here, we have service department 1, service department 2, production department 1, and production department 2. I'm using the same number, which is here $1,000. The same example that the person from service department 1 is total cost of that person or the department is a $1,000, and service department 2 is a $500. So, but before we start allocation, so keep in mind, so how things happen under algebraic method. How we gonna allocate under algebraic method. So this is a service department, and this is a production department. So we have S1, S2, P1, and P2. So here, service department to production department, and again, service department to production department, and this service department to production department, and this service department to the production department. But in algebraic method, S1 is providing service to S2. In exchange, S2 also providing services to the S1. So S1 to P1, S1 to P2, S2 to P1, S2 to P2, right? And S1 to S2, S2 to S1, right? So this is what exactly happened under algebraic method, right? So same example that I used it before. This person, $1,000, total working 100 hours, right? 100 hours. For production department, 50 hours, right? And here, 40 hours, and here, 10 hours, right? And there is another guy working for S2, total 500. In this 500, this guy work 50 hours. 50 hours means 10 hours here, 10 hours here, and 30 hours here. Let's write down the allocation base, so then we can move on to our calculation, which is here. So for allocation for P1, gonna be 5. Allocation for P. Allocation for P1 is 5 divided by 10, 4 divided by 10, and 1 divided by 10, right? And the allocation for S2 department, for S1, so here of course, S2 department is providing services to S1, so we have to allocate to S1 as well, that we did not allocate when we apply step-down method or direct distribution method, but here we have to apply, right? So it's gonna be So it's gonna be 50 hours, all right? So 30 here, so 3 divided by 5, right? 1 divided by 5 and 1 divided by 5. So we're gonna apply this allocation way to allocate $1,000 here, here, and here, and $500 here, here, and here. So $1,000. So $1,000 we apply to S2. So for S2, base is 1 divided by 10. For S2, it's 1 divided by 10, which is $1,000, right? 510, 410, 510, and 410. Multiply by 1,000 and 1,000. All right. So here becomes 0 because we allocate 1,000. So here is 0. Number is 0. So here is $100. Right? And here, whatever number. Now, we're gonna allocate 600. 600. So 600 here, 600 here, and 600 here. And allocation base is 35, right? 15 and 15. Whatever we allocate, whatever number we got it, here. Now we have to allocate. So here gonna be 0, all right? Because we allocating 600 here, here, and here. So that number becomes 0. So 600 is gonna be 360. So this number gonna be 360, right? So now we allocate this 360 here, here, and here. So here is 0. So 360 multiply by 110, right? And here 360 multiply by 510, 360 multiply by multiply by 510 or 1/2. So here we got 36, right? Some number here, some number here. So now 36. Now we're gonna allocate this 36 here, here, here. So remember, we will keep allocating this and this number until they turn into 0, right? So 36 here. So which is, so here becomes 0, right? So 36 multiply by 35. 36 multiply by 1/5, 36 1/5, right? And now 36 which is 21 or nearly 22. So this number gonna be 22. Right? Some number here, some number here. Right? So now we're gonna allocate 22 here, here, and here. So here will be 0, obviously. So here 22 multiply by 110. Right? 22 1/2 or 510. 22 1/2 or 510. Right? So this 22 we're gonna allocate, so it's gonna be 1/10 of 22, it's 2.2. All right. Now, you don't have to allocate this 2.2 here, here, and here. Because if you keep doing that, your allocation gonna be very small in a decimal, 0.001, 002, 003, because you keep allocating. So the idea is that when your allocation amounts turns into a single digits, this become a single digits, 2.2, then you can allocate equal. So this 2.2, so you don't have to allocate here. So you can write simply here 1.1 and 1.1. Just give them equal allocation of this number. So here gonna be 0, 0. So both turn into 0. All right. So that's my suggestion. So the idea is that when your allocation, this number turns into a single digit. Single digit means a single number. Like as here, we have 3 digits, we have two digits, and it turns into 1 digit, 2.2. So it's a 1 digit, right? So since it's a single digit, 2 or 2.2, same thing. So when it's turned into a single digits, then still you don't have to follow the rule to allocate it. You simply, this single digits divide equally. Single digits, allocate equally to simplify your calculations, to simplify your allocation. And this allocation is not correct because, of course, here is not 50-50, but it is not really big number, so it's okay. It doesn't really affect much on the allocation amounts, right? So that's the whole idea here. So this is the algebraic method. So did you understand that? Everybody understand?
Yes.
Okay. So if yes, then we move on to the calculation. Anybody has any question? Any question or move on? Any question or move on?
Move on, please.
Move on.
So let's move on to the lecture slides. So here is your algebraic method from service to production and service to service, give and take both. Right? So giving and taking both. Now here is your algebraic allocation method. So I want you to take your time to understand how we're gonna allocate this number here, this number again here, using algebraic method, all right? So calculate this number, this question. Same questions, but different method. So any question regarding this allocation? So you can see we allocation this 6.3 million here, here, and here, right? So here become 0, right? So this number we allocate here, here, and here. So this become 0, right? So now this number we allocate here, here, and here, right? So this becomes 0. So now we allocate this number here, here, and here, and his becomes 0. And now this number we allocate here, here, and here. So that's become 0. And this number will be here, here, and here, right? So this becomes 0. Now this number 109, this number we allocate here, here, and here. So now this number. Now you can see this $2. This $2 turns into a single digit number or single digit. All right. So single digit allocation value. When your value turns into a single digits, then you don't have to allocate here. No, just $2 here and here equally. That's what I told you before. And here becomes 0, right? So 0, 0. And that's the total allocation. And of course, total value, as I said, that will be same, will not be changed. All right. So this is the algebraic method. All right. So now let's move on to the next, and you apply algebraic method. And remember, when you look at the storeroom, I write down building maintenance is 80. All right, 80. Material requisition process are 80. Like as machining 400, assembly 250, finishing 100, and building maintenance is 80. All right. So now apply algebraic method and calculate and tell me how much. So you have to tell me one by one, all right? So we have building maintenance, storeroom, machining, assembly, and furnishing. So we have 60,000, 45,000, 125,000, 155,000, and 85,000. All right, 125, 155, 85. Yes. Okay. So let's start with this allocation. So 60,000. So you know the base we have 5 divided by 20, 10 divided by 20, 3 divided by 20, and 2 divided by 20, right? And here 40 plus 250 is 650, 750, 750 plus 8 is 820, right? 820, no, 830. Okay, so 60,000. So here gonna be 0 because we are allocating. So how much for storeroom you allocate this 60,000? Tell me quickly. Storeroom, how much?
6,000.
1,000. And machining?
15,000.
15,000. And here, assembly?
30,000.
Sorry?
30,000.
40,000. And here?
9,000.
9,000. Okay. So now we're gonna allocate this 6,000 here, 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 and here. So here not sorry, not 6,000. 6,000 plus 45 is 51,000. So 51. So we're gonna allocate 51. So here is gonna be 0, right? And how about here? How much for this one? Building maintenance. Did you finish this question? Say something, because you keep silent. Nobody say anything. If you finish, then tell me what is this number?
4,915.
4,915. Yes. And how about here? Machining.
24,517.
78. And assembly?
15,000. 15,000. 361.
15,361.
361.
And finishing?
6,145.
45. All right. Okay. Now we're gonna allocate this 4,915 here, 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 and here. All right. So here is gonna be 0, right? How about here? How much?
492.
92. And machining?
1,229.
29. And here?
2,458.
58. And here?
737.
737. Now we're gonna allocate this 492 here, 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 and here. So here is gonna be 0, right? And here, how much for building maintenance?
47.
47. And here?
237.
Here?
59. Oh, no. 148.
148. And here?
59.
59.
15.
Okay. So now this 47, we're gonna allocate storeroom, machining, assembly, and furnishing. So here 47 becomes 0. How much for here? Store room?
4.7.
4.7. So you can call it 5 if you want it. 4.7 also okay. And here?
11.75.
11.75. Here?
23.5.
23.5.
Yes.
And here?
7.05.
7.05. Yeah, you don't have to write 7.05. You can write 7. Okay, anyway. So now you know that this is 2 digits, 3 digits, 4 digits. Now it is single digits. So you don't have to allocate here. You just write here 0. So here become 0 and 0. And now this 4.7 you can equally allocate here. So 4.7. So it's gonna be like 1.5, 1.5, 1.7, 1.7, just equally allocated. Right? Minor difference, that's fine. It doesn't really make much difference. Now we're gonna add them. So tell me for machining, tell me for assembly, and tell me for finishing, how much? It's 1,66057.25. So it's 1,66057.25. This is for machining, and how much for assembly? It's 202,992. All right. And here for furnishing, 1,00949.75. Right. So make sure these three total must be equal to this number. Right. It should be equal. It should be equal. So make sure you check again. Is that same? Is it equal? These two numbers?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So this is your algebraic method. Algebraic method. So allocation is finished. So the conclusion is we apply 3 different methods to allocate our service department cost to the production department. In these 3 methods, we have a direct distribution method, service department to production department, but not service to service. Neither take it, nor give, neither take, right? Second method is a direct distribution, step-down method, sorry. Under step-down method, service department to production department, service department to service department, but service department only give service, do not take service. If service department do not take service, then we apply step-down method. And the last method is the algebraic method. Under algebraic method, service department to production department, service to service. One service department gives service and takes service back. So these are the three different methods for direct for service allocation, right, to the production department. Now we can have a short break, and after break we will discuss about midterm exam, right? So okay, so we can have a break and then I'll see you soon. Before we go for a break, anybody has any question?
No.
Okay, so, okay, everyone. So let's talk about your midterm exam information. So next week, you're gonna have midterm exam, and the date of your midterm exam will be next week, Monday, which is 7th December. 7th of December and Monday, next week Monday, all right? Okay, and your exams topic 1 to topic 4, all right? We haven't finished topic 4 because this Sunday we have class, online class. So on Sunday we will finish topic 4. All right, just small part is left, so you don't have to worry too much. And types of question. Type of questions, you have a multiple choice question, all right? So you have 35 multiple choice question, only multiple choice question, right? Only multiple choice question. You're not gonna have any long calculations question, right? The time allowed is 60 minutes. All right. So you will have 60 minutes. 60 minutes for 35 multiple choice questions. And your exam's gonna be a closed book exam. Closed book exams, no lecture slides, no handwritten notes, no any kinds of notes, no mobile phone. No mobile phone as well. All right, so we will start exams at 12:30, so don't be late. Next week, Monday. All right, so remember the date. Keep in your mind date, write down or do anything, but keep in your mind, this is your exam date. Don't say that we don't remember or we forgot with this and that, right? So remember that. So don't be absent for next week. If you are absent, you lose your marks for your midterm exam, because I'm not gonna arrange another time for you to sit for your midterm exam, right? So you have to be available this time for your midterm exam, all right? And remember, I repeat, this Sunday is the 6th of December. This Sunday, we have a class, all right? We have a class for this Sunday, and the period is same, 7, 8, 9, all right? We start class 12:30 p.m. this Sunday. So this Sunday, we will finish topic 4, right? So just the small things left regarding this topic, right? Small thing left, which is traditional costing and activity-based costing. We have 2 different kinds of methods are left. So that's the information for your midterm exam, which is on 7th of December, and Sunday you have another class, another lecture. All right, everybody understand? Yes or no?
Yes. No.
Any question? So remember, this is the information that we discussed in the last lecture. Today is 30th of November. 6th is your Sunday class. All right, here, this is your Sunday class. And here, next week, Monday, here, 7th lecture. This date, you have a midterm exam. All right, so make sure you take a picture of this screen or whatever, but keep in your mind, this is your planning for this course. Right. So anybody has any question? Anybody has any question regarding your midterm exam or regarding the Sunday class? Everybody understands? So this Sunday you have a class, right? Everybody understand? This Sunday on 6th of December, you have class. Don't forget it. I already sent you a Zoom link, but let me check again. And I also need to send you one more file for your next class. Let me check. So I'm recording this video and I will upload it later, and then I will send you the link to the monitor, and monitor will send it to everybody, right? So we stop here. I'll see you on Sunday, same time, 12:30, all right? Thank you, bye-bye.